Told by some of the Americans, they used to burn things so that they would eat the charcoal. They would eat the charcoal to treat their dysentery. Remember the charcoal? They used to burn things.
Oh yeah.
Now, was charcoal very good for dysentery?
It is, yes. Any diarrhea.
So
that's a well-known cure for diarrhea.
Charcoal.
Charcoal. Ground up charcoal.
Would they charcoal from anything? Wood? Just any type of charcoal?
Oh. Actually, charcoal was brought in. We didn't make it.
Okay.
And it was used sparingly too. I tell you.
Yeah.
I guess they needed that.
So, what sort of medicine would you use for beriberi?
It's vitamin B.
Where do you get vitamin B from?
Pardon?
Where do you get vitamin B from?
Rice grindings. You see, if you take straight white rice without the covers on them, you're taking away vitamin B.
Okay.
So when we were on white rice only, that's when you get beriberi.
Okay. Yeah. So,
and that's one of the reasons why when we got our handicap, we'll call it handicap if you wish, benefits in Canada, I guess it's the same everywhere. On the thing, the certificate was the reason we were getting this stuff was because of vitaminosis, lack of vitamins.
okay. Yeah.
Unless there was something apparent they could put on as well. And that carries all through. I still get a lot of the handicap benefits because of the lack of vitamins. It didn't only cause beriberi, it caused all sorts of other things.
Did the Red Cross
eyesight as well.
Did the Red Cross food provide balanced diet? Did the Red Cross food parcels provide a balanced diet?
Some, yeah.
So
very little medicines. Sometimes they came in separately in the Red Cross.
But
we were lucky to get them though.
So the men in Mitsushima, they died from dysentery, diarrhea, beriberi, and pneumonia.
Not much from beriberi, but certainly pneumonia.
Yeah.
And dysentery was the number one.
Yeah.
Because dysentery would leave you so weak that you pick up any other thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we had much. We had a little diphtheria in Mitsushima. We had some on the boat.
What causes diphtheria?
It's a bug, really, I think.
Yeah. Is that a bug caused by poor sanitary conditions? Is that caused by poor sanitary conditions?
Yes, it is.
So
you heard?
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear about this, but we had a case of B. coli E, something like that, in a
E. coli.
B. coli, a little
coli.
city,
Yeah.
about 100 miles west of here, and that came in polluted water.
Yes.
Because they got it from the wells there, and animals on the farms stuff like that. And oh, that was a real too, because all that water was supposed to be checked all the time.
Yeah. But from your observation of the men on the ship and the men when they were in the camp, what were their sanitary?
On the ship?
Yes. What did the men try to maintain sanitary conditions on the ship?
It was practically impossible.
It was impossible. Yeah. Was the water that they drank?
I don't know whether I should say this, but one of the main problems with the water was that the Indonesians use water after they've been to the toilet.
Yeah.
When I was in Indonesia, before the Japs captured us, we were farmed out, billeted out to various houses, you see. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first time I went to the toilet, I was sitting down there, and there's a couple of buttons there. Curiosity, I pushed one. Boom. Squirted me right in the fan. And then after that, the Indonesians, they carry a bottle around with them all the time. And they use that afterwards. That's part of their religion, really. And that was one of the problems. They were using the drinking water for this. And so we used to run out of drinking water. But also there was a chance of passing disease that way.
So there were Dutch in the same hold as you were that were doing that?
Yeah, we were all in the same hold.
So they were actually going to the toilet inside the hold? They were going to the toilet inside the hold? They weren't going up on the deck? They weren't up on the deck going to the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the toilets were.
Okay.
But there wasn't enough.
Yeah. Quite a few Dutch died on that journey to Japan.
Yeah.
Bill Rose said quite a few more Dutch died than British or anyone else.
I would say so, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They weren't as, well, I can't say they weren't as healthy.
They weren't as hygienic?
We were pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Particularly myself, because of exercises and swimming. And,
quite a few of the early deaths at Mitsushima, those people were sick on the ship, weren't they? Quite a few of the people who died at Mitsushima early on were sick.
They weren't in very good shape when we got on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got off the boat, they were a lot worse. Some of the ones were darn lucky they died on the ship. But eventually they did die. They just weren't in shape.